Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mahesh Singh Bhadoria, Department of Mathematics, ITM Group of Institution, Gwalior. Today I will discuss the topic normal distribution, which is the part of probability distribution. This is very useful topic for BTech second year students. In my previous video lecture, I discussed and covered topic binomial distribution and Poisson distribution, which are the part of discrete distribution. Today I will discuss normal distribution, which is the part of continuous distribution. So let's consider with an example about normal distribution. Look at here, the variate like temperature, the variate like height, the variate like weight. This can take all values in a given interval. Therefore, such variables are called continuous variable, and for a continuous variable, the distribution is given by normal form, and in normal form the distribution can given by the equation, which is equation is fx is equal to one upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus x minus mu upon 2 sigma square. In the coefficient, in place of coefficient, there is the term 1 upon sigma root 2. So look at here. Here the term x minus mu upon sigma. Okay. This is known as normal variant. So normal variant can be written in the form of z okay. So here fx is equal to 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus x minus mu square upon 2 sigma square. Now here the relevant symbols are mu is equal to mean, sigma is equal to standard deviation. So if you substitute z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma, as we discussed earlier, this z is known as normal variant, or sometimes we denoted this by standard normal variant. Okay. Then from equation number 1 converted into the form of fz is equal to 1 upon root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 z. Clear? In place of this equation is converted here e to the power minus 1 by 2 z from equation number 1. So this equation 2 is known as standard form of normal distribution. it is important here. If we are taking mean 0, this curve is known as normal curve. Here mean is equal to 0, standard deviation is equal to 1. So what is the curve? This is a symmetric curve, or in other way we can say normal curve is symmetric curve with respect to mu. So it is clear that here mu is equal to mean. So normal distribution curve is symmetric. Here some property of this normal curve is that this is normal. Look at here, the RHS side and LHS side both are equal. This is RHS side and this is LHS side. Okay. So here some property of normal curve. Number 1, the curve is symmetrical about y-axis. It is clear. This axis is known as y. This is x-axis and this axis is known as y. The mean, median and mode coincide at the origin. The curve is drawn if mean, origin of x and standard deviation are given. Here the curve is drawn that if mean and standard deviation are given, then the value of y0 can be calculated from the fact that the area of the curve must be equal to the total number of observations. So look at here, this mu is representing mean, mu plus sigma means means plus standard deviation, mu plus 2 sigma. In the same way, in the left hand side, mu minus sigma, mu minus 2 sigma. So one important property in this normal curve is that y decrease rapidly as x increase numerically. It is clear here, and we should recall here that probability that x is vary from mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. This part is equal to 68%. Okay, mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. This part is about 95.5%. Okay, is it clear? Are you getting my point? So that's why we can say here that y decrease rapidly as x increase numerically. Okay. Here are some property that we already discussed, but this is one new property. The property number 2. Look at here. The mean, median and mode coincide at the origin. This is the property whenever we are talking about the normal curve. Okay. So here extend infinitely we already discussed. Now what is area under the normal curve? Very good. This is the, we should understand this very carefully, because whenever we have to solve numerical problem based on normal distribution, then it will be very useful for us. So look at here, what is the area under the normal curve? So if you taking z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma, it means the extended normal curve is formed. So extended normal curve can be formed in this form. So look at here, in place of mu, we convert a new variate which is known as z. In place of mu plus sigma, we are taking z1. In place of mu plus 2 sigma, we are taking z. Okay. Now find the area under the normal curve in each of them. So it is, remember that in normal distribution, the area is denoted the probability of distribution. Means find the area under the normal curve whenever z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1 by 2. Z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1 by 2. So here to find the area, we use some property of normal distribution as well as the table, normal distribution table. So look at here, for this z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1 by 2. First we construct a area for this. Look at here, the area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1 by 2. This is equal to 0.384. This value is calculated by using table. So look at the screen. This is the normal curve. Okay, the value of z is equal to 0 and value of z is equal to 1 by 2. So we have to find the area of this region. So remember that in normal distribution we can find area by table only when this area is started from z equal to 0. So here now we are going on a standard normal variate table to see how we calculate this z is equal to 1.2 is equal to 0.3849. Just a minute, we just going to table. This is the table. So here we can take any example. Suppose z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 0.12, 0.1 and 0.01. This is equal to 0.438. If we have to calculate z is equal to 0.3. Okay, this z is equal to 0.3 and z is equal to 0.01. So 0.31. This is equal to 0.1210. This is equal to 0.12. Another example, if z is equal to 0.24, then we are taking 0.2, and from here 0.04 we are going in downward, then this value 0.948 is the value required. Okay, are you getting my point? So now back to our question. This is second. Area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0 minus 0.68. So normal curve can be drawn in this form. This is normal curve where z is equal to vary to 0 to minus 0.6. Now look at here. The curve is symmetrical. It means this is just equal to z is equal to 0. In place of minus 0.68, we can calculate z is equal to area between z equal to 0 and z equal to plus 0.6. Are you getting my point? Now the third example. Here we have to calculate the area between z is equal to minus 0.46 and z is equal to 2.2. Now look at the figure. This normal distribution figure showing that we have to find area between z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 0.46, and after that we again calculate the area from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 2.2, and the required area of this area is equal to the area between z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 2.21 plus area between z is equal to 0 to z is equal to minus 0.1. Okay, so here this is equal to area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 2.2 plus area between z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 0.46. Now if we using the normal distribution table, then it is clear that the area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 2.21 is equal to 0.4865. And the area 0 to 0.46 is 0.1772. So this is equal to 0.6633. Now what is the required area? Area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 1.94 minus area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.81. Okay, because here in this normal distribution curve we have to find the area between this area, 0.81 to 1.94. So here this is equal to 0.4738 minus 0.2910, which is equal to 0.182. Now look at practical example based on this normal distribution. Students of a class were given an aptitude test. Okay. Their marks were found to be normally distributed with mean 60 and standard deviation 5. What percentage of students scored more than 60 marks? यहाँ क्या दिया हुआ है? X is equal to mean is equal to 60, standard deviation is equal to 5, and हमको वो परसेंटेज निकालना, परसेंटेज ऑफ स्टूडेंट दैट स्कोर्स मोर देन 60 मार्क्स. So first we draw a normal curve with the using given information. So look at here the mean can be represented by 60, x bar equal to 60, x is equal to 60, and the standard deviation is equal to 5. So z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma, which is equal to x minus x bar upon sigma. So this is equal to 60 minus 60 upon 5, which is equal to 0. So this is normal curve where middle line x bar is equal to 60 and z is equal to 0. So if x is greater than 60 means z is greater than 0. So here by using normal variate we convert the given problem in z in the form of z variate. So clearly whenever the area x is greater than 60 it means z is greater than 0. So what is the purpose here? Here the purpose is to we have to calculate object. Here the object is we have to calculate the percentage of student that score more than 60. Okay. Now again look at here. X is greater than 60 is means z is greater than 0. So the area lying to the right of the z equal to 0 is P is greater than equal to 0. Now by the property of normal distribution we know that the half area is equal to 0.5 because the full area of normal curve is equal to 1. So the how many percentage if z is equal to 0.5? So if we have to find the percentage of students that getting more than 60 marks, from here 0.5 into 100 which is equal to 50%, which will be the required solution of our problem. So student, remember that in probability distribution, normal distribution is a part of continuous distribution, but binomial and Poisson distribution are the part of discrete distribution. So in my next video lecture, I will cover some more numerical problem based on binomial, Poisson and normal distribution. Thank you for watching video.